Hey everyone, welcome back to Curious Fights. Today I'm joined with Partha Sarathi Roychaudhuri, who secured an All India rank of 44 in GATE Data Science and AI, also known as GATE DA 2025. He was from the start clear about cracking GATE DA exam and he did not prepare for any other exams. And he has also joined M.Tech in Data Science from IIT Guwahati. Congratulations, Partha, and thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for joining us today. In this video, we'll cover everything from how to prepare for GATE DA to the post-exam decisions, as in what all opportunities are there after the GATE DA exam. Firstly, I would like to ask you, Partha, that why did you choose GATE DA over GATE CS or any other exams?
First of all, Gate DA provides you a platform to showcase your skills in a field which is rapidly expanding and growing exponentially over the recent span of time as compared to a classical CS. So it was basically a ternary criteria for me. The primary one was that I was specifically interested in AI from the very start of my BTech as CSEI specialized in projects, courses, etc., in AI/ML only. And combining these two, and also owing to the fact that I like math, and KTA usually involves a lot of interesting problems, and so that was also a driving factor behind KTA as compared to C.
That is so correct, actually. AI is such a booming field right now. What was your end goal when you started preparing for GATE DA? Like, did you think of placements, research, higher studies? What was in your mind?
When Gate D was introduced, to be very honest, I was a bit skeptical about the opportunities of the exam. It was really interesting, but it was basically double-edged sword. Have heavily heard that opportunities and seats were limited since it was a growing exam and a growing field as compared to CS. Um, but the end goal which I had in mind was ultimately pursuing M.Tech from an IIT, primarily oriented towards placement and industry.
That's a very nice goal. Whatever you are interested in, that's what you should pursue for, right? Uh, in these lines, could you tell us something about your undergrad background? Like, you mentioned you were always interested in ML and AI. So, what was your background and what was your coding exposure during that time?
So when I was getting started off, it was 2021. The AI boom was just taking its primary stage to finally boom out with a chat GPT, which came out in 2022, the early times when people
Yeah.
started aspiring, when people started creating content on AI. In my first year, I basically prepared for DSA and CP. I honed my skills in that field as I heard that wherever you go, you require them. My language was Python and a CPP, so I had a bit of a coding background. However, I had a solid grasp and understanding of AI/ML core concepts, both in theory and practice.
So, do you think GATE DA is a good option for non-CS branches as well?
Now, AI is a field which I myself at my M.Tech in IIT Guwahati, it is an interdisciplinary field that we deal with problems in various fields, like it can be civil engineering, chemical engineering, electrical engineering. AI is a field which, due to its fundamentalist nature, like you can plug it into any field in order to advance it. If you think about it, then like if we have a cyber security, if we have any sector, like to identify upcoming trends or to know what's good or what's bad, you just feed in some good amount of a copious amount of historical data and you're good to go. So AI has permeated into many fields as of now, and it has been heavily implemented in various fields and is being implemented in various new fields as well. Every day, whatever we use AI is being integrated into them. So what do I feel is that Yes, from other branches, Gate DA is a very plausible option to pursue, and an equally rewarding one. And
Mm-hmm.
I feel that, like CS, it doesn't like require a very specific set of, like what do you say, like a very specific specialized set of syllabus which it takes time to grasp up, like concepts like scientific computing or linear algebra spans across many fields. And whereas if you see in CS, it deals with core CS, which are civil engineering or a mechanical engineering grad may not be that much familiar with. So
Mm-hmm.
Gear DA is a very feasible and a flexible option for other branches as well.
That was such an insightful answer. On those lines, could you highlight more on like what is the overlap of subjects between Gate CS and Gate DA?
The first primary difference of CS and DA is CS deals in is very core computer science and is very structured and skeletal. Like, what do I mean is that if you have any problem in OS, what I say, there is a certain frame you can put it into every time. Like, you have to draw a chart, you have to find out this and that. But DA is primarily, since it is new and since there are not much previous year references as of now, you can throw it into a much more structured and a skeletal way, like because it's heavily mathematical. And the engineering maths part in CS, which you have, the maths part in DA is basically a very heavily expanded and a detailed version of that, mainly in linear algebra, probability statistics, and calculus and optimization. Now, the real playing Gate DA comes in this part of it, because you never know where and at what intensity the question is going to come from. That is the beauty of maths, that you can't throw it into every question into a predefined structure every time. So that what differs greatly heavily. And coming to data structure algorithms and DBMS, these two subjects overlap with CS. And DBMS, the fundamental SQL, all the joins and stuff, that is common. Transaction and that part is not in Gate DA, and you have data warehousing, the stuff you need in data science for understanding AWS and stuff. And so that is also included. And for DSA, the primary language used is Python, and Python programming, and two extra completely new domains in Gate DA, ML and AI, machine learning and
Mhm.
artificial intelligence.
Okay, that was again such a detailed answer. So there is some overlap, some subjects overlap, but there are also some subjects which are only in CS and some which are only in DA.
Yes,
Uh, let's move to your preparation journey now. So can you tell us in detail your entire preparation timeline? When did you start preparing? When did you start giving test series and everything?
I started preparing in 2023, August to September. Gate DA has just been announced, and there's a hype about it on YouTube channels and everything. And from there, I started my prep. Actually, I had a grasp of AI/ML concepts early. So all I had to do was brush up them at a much more executable form to be given an exam. Like DSA and PBMS, I could not prepare that well in my first attempt, and the math part was good. And so I just went on to secure a rank of 1841 in my first attempt. I reattempted in 2025 attempt. I aimed for it. I started this prep in March 2024. My preparation timeline consisted of three phases, 3 months. In my phase one of the first half, it was learning the concepts, mainly focusing on maths and its varied amounts of applications and practice. So, in my first 3 to 4 months, I focused on probability statistics, linear algebra, and along with that, what we have calculus and optimization,
Mhm.
along with a bit of ML and AI as well. A bit means just the ones which I brushed up the earlier time. I brushed it up again. In my first phase, uh, I might have gone uphill. Like I was learning new concepts, primarily the mathematics one. I was devoting like 4 to 5 hours in this phase, and in my phase two, where I again went uphill, revising all those DSA, PBMS, the ones which require a bit of paperwork and learning, and along with ML and AI as well. Since AI and algorithms are very correlated, I prepared them all together. And this phase consisted of about 4 to 5 months. This phase was there, and this phase would be the final syllabus coverage would be done in this phase, and as well as it does not consist of only going uphill. It consists of also revising and practicing the topics covered in phase one. And after phase two comes phase three, where we put things into motion. And that's when I started giving the test series. I started giving the full length test from the up to the end. I did full length test, and after test, uh, revise all the gaps you have in your prep.
That was so nicely described, how you described each of your phases. To sum up, you basically mentioned that in phase one, you were mostly understanding all the applications of mathematics and like building the core required. In phase two, you covered all the subjects in depth, along with revising and practicing them via maybe subject and topic wise. And finally, you started giving lots of tests from December.
Yes, full length test. Like
Lots,
in
yeah.
in a phase two, all the part test and the weekly exams have already been done.
So in from December to January, you were focusing only on the full length tests. Can you mention what was the frequency or how many full length tests did you appear for before the exam?
So on total, it was about like 16 to 17 full length exams I gave for before the KTA, and usually more time was required for analysis.
Very rightly mentioned. Just giving the mock test is not adding anything to your prep unless you don't analyze the exam. And analysis should also take an equal amount of time or even more, which was given to giving the test, right?
Yes.
You also mentioned about the All India mock tests. These are generally the free tests in which you get your rank among all the people, right?
Yes, and that was the main deciding part. Like you get an idea that where you stand.
So it's a very nice thing to attempt. You get your position among all the serious aspirants who are attempting this test, and they are usually free.
Absolutely, because whatever the pool you get over there, you get an idea. We all know that the real competition in gate comes down to the top 2K to 1K. That's what the real game is. And yes, you get your standing in that game pretty well.
You mentioned that there's not much reference because GATE DA has been conducted only twice till now, 2024 and 2025. So, how to practice previous year questions? Are GATE CS PYQs relevant for GATE DA, or what is the practice source?
In maths, clear cut thing is that gate CS PYQs are the prerequisite for gate DA. So you should solve them in order to understand. And definitely, like gate CS PYQs are created clearing the basics, but gate DA ramps it up onto an advanced stage. And for that, yes, you need gate DA specific PYQs. Actually, in my time, I did not have 2 years even. I only had 1 year. and that 1 year by ISC was relatively very easy as compared to others. So PYQs didn't play that much of a role in my prep. Gate CS PYQs I practiced mainly were the questions I encountered in my part test and weekly quiz and the test series I gave. I made it a point that I'll solve 20 questions, but I'll analyze them such that any question which falls into the frame or the type of those 20 questions, I should be able to solve. That was the thing. As the question bank was very limited, that was a very big disadvantage that TA aspirants usually have, and especially lack of PYQs. And so, yes, like PYQs, GATE CS are not that relevant for attempting GATE TA. Well, my DBMS and algorithms might work up to an extent, but not for the others, absolutely.
One of your strategies, which you just mentioned, is so nice that you practiced only a few questions, few tests, few full length tests, but each of them you analyzed it so well. If a question comes around those lines, you will be able to attempt it as well.
Yes, absolutely.
So, when you were appearing for the final GATE DA exam 2025, you said none of your mind maps were working. So, after giving the exam, what did you think? Did you know that you attempted well, or you thought it was a waste of attempt?
After the exam, I stopped thinking because I think there was no use to think about it. Felt bad, felt very bad.
So, when did you know that you are going to get a rank under 50 for this exam?
Was not at all expecting a rank under 50. Knew that had attempted up to a certain stage and a level, but however, when the gate overflow rank predictor, which comes around every year, which aspirants wait for with their response sheet every year, from there, my estimated rank came out to be 32. First, I
Oh.
didn't believe. From then, I was sure that I'm gonna get a rank under 100, I'd assume, not under 50. Still, yeah.
So, how did you celebrate after the results were out?
Yeah,
Was there a grand family celebration?
yeah,
Everyone
there
would have been
was
happy and proud.
absolutely. Like, I still remember it's gonna be like I knew that what was to come, I knew, but you don't know until you know that thing comes into play. But yes, I still remember when I on the result day, it was declared at 12:58. I opened it at 1 p.m. I still remember, and yes, that moment when I got an AI out of 44, it was very exhilarating and very one of the most prized moments I'll carry forward for me as well as my parents. And I immediately informed the main key persons I would have liked to thank in this journey of mine, my parents, and obviously the two sirs without whose mention this journey would never ever have been possible. They form the base on which I have built this building of mine. It is Dinobandhu Bhandari sir. He was one of my professors back in my P.Tech college. He built this AIML base of mine, whatever um, solid grasp I had of the concepts was mainly induced by him. And Debranjan Shorkar sir, who also mentored me very much and aspired me to achieve higher and higher in this journey of mine.
Could you also mention your college?
Yes, my college was Heritage Institute of Technology, Kolkata.
Kudos to these professors who built such a nice core that you were so much interested into it, and now you are going to achieve so much in this field. So, after the exam, after all the celebrations, you had to decide what to do after this. Could you elaborate your exposure to what are the opportunities after GATE DA, what all options you had for pursuing M.Tech or any other program, and what made you select IIT Guwahati M.Tech in data science?
In selecting the colleges for KT, there is a trade-off which usually comes into play. The trade-off is that either it is very new or it is research oriented, heavily research oriented. Speaking of IICI and Delhi mines and Bombay sea mines, like to the best of my knowledge, they were very much uh, research oriented. So the only 2 points I had in mind was either it's gonna be कि Madras M.Tech AI or Guwahati M.Tech data science, since it's old and well established, and also pretty good placements as well.
So, these old established data science courses in IIT Madras and IIT Guwahati, right? How were they taking intakes before GATE DA was announced? Was it on the basis of GATE CS only?
Uh, Madras School of AI started taking intakes when KTA was announced. So their
Okay.
first batch is yet to graduate. It started in 2024.
Hmm.
Guwahati data science usually takes intakes from many branches, mechanical, civil. As it is, I previously mentioned, it is an interdisciplinary branch.
Hmm.
Along with also, it you used to take intakes primarily from CS earlier in the early years. So like DA was also included this time. And so yes,
Again, that was very insightful. So, to end this up, we can go through some of the questions in a rapid fire way. Are you ready for it?
yes, sure.
What was the most difficult subject for you in GATE DA?
Algorithms,
Okay. What was the easiest subject for you?
probability statistics.
What is the right time to start giving the test series?
Um, 2 or 3 months prior.
And do you think there was something which you missed? Like, what do you think was a mistake done by you, which you would have, corrected if you would have appeared for Gate DA now?
Uh, Brush up the things you need to learn more first, and then go with the conceptual ones. For me,
Okay, okay. That would have suited your learning pattern more.
absolutely.
Okay. Again, thank you so much, Partha, for joining us.
Yes, it's a pleasure for me as well.
Everything you shared was so insightful, so detailed. Everything from how did you prepare, how you approach the minimum amount of available questions, and the post-exam, opportunities, how you selected the college, and what are all the opportunities available. Also, your exposure to all the AI and ML things which are booming currently, and your insightful answers and all of that was also great. Thank you so much for joining. So, to all the viewers, if you found this helpful, do like, share, and subscribe to the channel. You can put your questions in the comments. I would also add link to Partha's LinkedIn in the description box below. You can connect with him directly and ask your queries there.
Definitely, I'll be glad to answer all your queries, the audience, right, watching the stream. So yeah.
Thank you, Partha. Until next time, stay curious and keep progressing.